This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
I hold in my hands here a letter from the Office of Inspector General, Department of Homeland Security, to several ranking members and chairpeople of committees in the House. And in this letter, it indicates that text messages from the 5th and 6th of January, the day before and the day of the attempted overthrow of the United States government, text messages were deleted after they were asked for. Not preemptively or as some kind of a records purge, which doesn't happen. That's not how it works. The text messages were asked for, and then they were deleted by someone. So I want to put this in context before I read from this CNN article. Records vital to the investigation surrounding the attempted coup, the attempted overthrowing of the United States government by way of reinserting Donald Trump as president, even though he lost. They tried to overturn a free and fair American election. And records related directly to that investigation have been deleted. There was a deadly insurrection. Information vital to that investigation is contained in text messages, and they, poof, disappear. If that does not cause you concern about who is running the United States Secret Service, the same agency tasked with protecting the life of our current president, I don't think you're paying attention. I'm going to read from the CNN article. Secret Service erased text messages from January 5th and 6th, 2021, after oversight officials asked for them, Watchdog says. The U.S. Secret Service erased text messages from January 5th and 6th, 2021, shortly after they were requested by oversight officials investigating the agency's response to the U.S. Capitol riot, according to a letter given to the House Select Committee investigating the insurrection and obtained by CNN. That letter, right there. The letter, which was originally sent to the House and Senate Homeland Security Committees by the Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General, says the messages were erased from the system as part of a device replacement program after the watchdog asked the agency for records related to its electronic communications. Here's the quote. First, the department notified us that many U.S. Secret Service text messages from January 5th and 6th, 2021 were erased as part of a device replacement program. The United States Secret Service erased those text messages after the Office of the Inspector General requested records of electronic communications from the United States Secret Service as part of our evaluation of events at the Capitol on January 6th. The letter from the Department of Homeland Security Inspector General Joseph Kufari stated. So I've asked this question already. I've stated this in a previous video, but we've all undergone device replacement programs. When you go from one phone to the next, that's a device replacement program. How many times have you lost your text messages going from one phone to the next? And you look, of course it's possible that it happened on a phone or two. A few of you out there might be like, oh yeah, that's happened to me before. But it doesn't happen every time you go from one phone to the next. It's an isolated incident that occurs randomly and rarely. It doesn't happen with every text messages sent on the 5th and the 6th, which just so happened to correspond with days that there was an attempted overthrow of the United States government. People need to be fired for this. People maybe need to be prosecuted for this. This is destruction of records integral to the investigation of a failed coup attempt on the United States. And the same group, the United States Secret Service, a hallowed, respected, venerated organization, must, in my estimation, have extremists within its ranks? Who cares so little about the safety and security and continuation of our republic that they delete evidence, they destroy evidence related to an attempted overthrow of the government? That's a question that needs to be answered, because it is not normal. Second, DHL personnel have repeatedly told OIG inspectors that they were not permitted to provide records directly to the Office of the Inspector General, and that such records had to first undergo review by DHS attorneys, Kafari said. The review led to weeks-long delays in OIG obtaining records and creating confusion over whether all records had been produced. The Intercept was the first to report the DHS IG letter. The Homeland Security Inspector General did not immediately respond to CNN's request for comment. The U.S. Secret Service pushed back on the allegations in a statement, saying that the insinuation that the Secret Service maliciously deleted text messages following a request is false. In fact, the Secret Service has been fully cooperating with the OIG in every respect, whether it be interviews, documents, emails, or texts. The statement continued later, quote, DHS OIG requested electronic communications for the first time on February 26, 2021, after the migration was well underway. The Secret Service notified DHS OIG of the loss of certain phones' data, but confirmed to OIG that none of the text it was seeking had been lost in the migration. Senator Gary Peters, chairman of the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, called the allegations quote-unquote concerning in a statement Thursday. We need to get to the bottom of whether the Secret Service destroyed federal records or the Department of Homeland Security obstructed oversight. The Department of Homeland Security Inspector General needs these records to do its independent oversight, and the public deserves to have a full picture of what occurred on January 6th. While that is true, the public does deserve to know, and we need to know. More importantly, lawmakers need to know so that they can buttress the security of the Capitol, so they can prevent this from happening again. And maybe most importantly, so we can root out extremists from our ranks, whether they be members of the United States Secret Service, the Department of Homeland Security, or Congress itself. People need to go. And let's say, we'll give these people the benefit of the doubt. Let's say this was a mistake. You're fired. You gotta go. Some mistakes can be overlooked. Some mistakes can be combated by training. Some mistakes do not allow you to continue to have a job. And this is one. If records were destroyed directly related to the attempted overthrow of the United States government, just so happens to be the coincidence of the January 5th and January 6th days, no, I don't think so. But I'm not in charge. Not fully. We together are. And it's going to take you to raise your voice about this matter. Let's not let this be another one of those stories like the wingnuts praying with Supreme Court justices that just evaporated into the ether that we're probably never going to hear about again. We have an obligation together, you and I, to combat extremism in the United States, to be concerned about it, to get active about it, to hold our leaders accountable, to let them, to force them to combat. We don't have the actual political power, the mechanism power to combat it, but our leaders do. And we need to hold them accountable. Share this video, share these articles, read these articles, become familiar with the information. It is critical to the existential crisis that we face in this country and our crumbling democracy, and that is not hyperbole. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I would love to hear from you. You can also follow me on social media. I am at Dollemore on Instagram, at Dollemore on Twitter, and at Dollemore on TikTok. If I do something for you, if I am your flavor of political commentator here on YouTube, I would appreciate it if you would help support what I do, help produce what I do. You can click the join button below this video, become a channel member for about $1.99 a month, or you can click over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are great ways. They're not just for the podcast and not just for YouTube. Everything is a blended, shared pot to help produce the content that we do here. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.